Okay, let's talk about how they reverse brain damage in former NFL players and what this means to you. As you know, brain injuries are common in professional football players, and severe cases sometimes make headline news stories. Recently, a clinical trial was conducted on 30 retired NFL players who demonstrated brain damage and cognitive impairment. They underwent baseline testing of cognitive function and brain perfusion, which is how much circulation is getting into the brain, as measured by SPECT imaging. Participants were encouraged to lose weight if appropriate and take the following supplements for 6 months. They took fish oil, to be exact, 1,720 milligrams of EPA and 1,160 milligrams of DHA, 15 milligrams of vimpacetin, 120 milligrams of ginkgo extract, 300 milligrams of alpha-lipoic acid, 1,000 milligrams of acetyl-L-carnitine, 150 micrograms of huperzine A, 600 milligrams of N-acetyl-cysteine, or NAC, or NAC as they call it, and a high-potency multivitamin. Now, the rationale behind using these nutrients was that they were individually shown to enhance blood flow. They were also shown to protect against free radicals, enhance brain cell membrane structure, boost acetylcholine, enhance neuronal metabolic activity, and reduce chronic inflammatory markers. After 6 months, the tests were repeated. There were statistically significant increases in scores of attention, memory, reasoning, information processing speed, and accuracy in these retired NFL players. The SPECT scan showed increased perfusion, which means increased blood flow, in areas throughout much of the brain. The researchers who conducted this trial concluded, quote, "This study demonstrates that cognitive and cerebral blood flow improvements are possible in this group with multiple interventions," end quote. And what that means is this cocktail of multiple nutrients was increasing blood flow into damaged parts of the brain that were not receiving that blood flow before. So any kind of neurological trauma during an accident or a sporting event is really just accelerating brain aging. So when you take these nutrients, you're getting the same benefits that they got. A major cause of brain aging and many of the problems that go along with it is a reduction in blood flow to the brain. The result is that the brain becomes starved for oxygen and fuel, producing a low-grade suffocation. This reduction in brain blood flow is progressive over the course of an individual's lifespan. Reduced blood flow has been proven to be a direct cause of poor cognition and memory. Not so long ago, most scientists thought that adult brain tissue had no hope of regenerating itself. The loss of brain cells and brain function was considered irreversible. According to neurologists, once your brain had finished growing, the ongoing loss of brain cells was just a natural part of aging. But molecular science is revealing startling discoveries about the brain's ability to heal itself. What scientists have now found is that the brain can regenerate the neurons involved in brain remodeling, or plasticity. Plasticity is the process by which brain cells reorganize and restructure their connections to form new memories and facilitate learning. Scientists in China and Singapore have made remarkable findings about how a natural orchid extract called Gastrodin stimulates these neuroregenerative processes. Extracts from the Gastrodin orchid have been shown to have a beneficial influence on up to nearly 20% of the genes that control the brain's plasticity and regrowth. In the studies, Gastrodin was shown to mobilize and activate specific aspects of the brain's regenerative activities. Instead of succumbing to progressive brain shrinkage with constriction of one's thoughts, feelings, and memories, brain cells have built-in natural self-healing systems. Gastrodin can turn on and activate these regenerative mechanisms. This may turn out to be one of the most powerful methods ever discovered for preventing loss of brain function at any age. Gastrodin has repeatedly shown that it beneficially increases brain blood flow both in laboratory animals and human patients. In rats with experimentally induced massive strokes, a Gastrodin-based traditional preparation greatly improved blood flow when given 30 minutes after the stroke. Even at a relatively low dose, brain blood flow is restored to normal with the Gastrodin-based formula. Human studies are just as dramatic. In a study involving 202 patients, A Gastrodin-based formula improved brain blood flow in 96% of the patients following a stroke and other brain injuries. In another study of patients with impaired circulation to the rear portions of their brains, where balance, vision, and coordination are processed, 95% of patients given Gastrodin plus beta-histine, which is a prescription medication, showed improved blood flow, while at the same time only 70% of beta-histine control patients showed any improvement. Brain blood flow is also reduced by elevated blood sugar. The result is often memory impairment and an increased risk for Alzheimer's disease. Gastrodin, in a recent lab study, improved insulin sensitivity, ridding the blood of excess glucose and reducing body fat. One of the greatest fears of getting older is the threat of memory loss. Not recognizing your loved ones or even remembering your name is a devastating condition. Studies show that Gastrodin can help counteract many of the key processes that lead to memory loss. When rats are subjected to toxic drugs that impair memory, they become confused and take longer to find their way through familiar mazes or to rescue themselves from danger. The stress of dangerous situations also freezes up memory just as it does in humans. Gastrodin reverses those impairments, helping the bewildered animals consolidate and retrieve memories they'd already stored away. In rats exposed to aluminum, which is thought to be a risk factor for Alzheimer's disease, similar improvements in memory preservation were obtained even without a reduction in brain aluminum levels. One of the most important genes influenced by Gastrodin is the gene that produces neuronal cell adhesion molecules. These molecules are essential to the process by which brain cells find their way to link up with others as synapses. One result of this activity is that new memories can form rather than be erased or forgotten. Gastrodin also increases the activator protein 1, which is a regulator of new protein formation, which results in new neuron growth and improved memory. In addition, Gastrodin switches on the misfolded protein response, which is a self-healing mechanism that recognizes and destroys the abnormal proteins involved in brain cell death in Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and Huntington's diseases. Okay, let's talk about dosage. How much should we be taking? What do we need? Well, a wide range of Gastrodin doses have shown protective and supportive effects on neurovascular function, in particular in the context of neurovascular inflammation. One preclinical study using a well-validated model showed improved memory consolidation and retrieval in chemically impaired rats using a human equivalent dose of 50 milligrams daily. This 50 milligram dose, when combined with nutrients that function via some of the same mechanisms as Gastrodin, may be sufficient to derive results in aging humans. But those seeking maximum benefit should consider adding 600 milligrams of Gastrodin in divided doses of 300 milligrams twice a day for 30 days. After 30 days, 300 milligrams of Gastrodin may be sufficient based upon the experience of Gastrodin as an over-the-counter pharmaceutical agent. The Life Extension Foundation has several formulas with Gastrodin in it, ranging from 50 milligrams when it's combined with other nutrients up to 300 milligrams per capsule. Probably the most reliable and inexpensive place to obtain Gastrodin is from iHerb.com. iHerb.com will ship anywhere in the U.S. for free if you order more than $20, and anywhere in the world for an order over $40. And if you use this coupon code, you'll get $10 off your first order. Thanks a lot for listening, and we hope you check out the other videos.